The senior U.S. Congressman Frank Pallone has condemned China's aggression against India at the line of actual control. He's also called out China's aggression in the South China Sea. Now, referring to the bitter and the tense eyeball-to-eyeball confrontation which India and China had got involved in at the line of actual control, the U.S. Congressman Frank Pallone described the violence as deliberate and calculated on part of the Chinese.
I rise to condemn action taken by the People's Republic of China, or PRC, in the Ladakh region of India that led to deadly clashes between the two countries on June 15th. Since the truce in 1962, the PRC and India have been divided by a 2,100-mile-long line of actual control. In the months leading up to this clash, the PRC's military reportedly amassed about 5,000 soldiers along this boundary, an act clearly meant to redraw long-standing settled borders by force and aggression. A skirmish unsurprisingly broke out on June 15th as a direct result of these troop movements, leaving at least 20 Indian soldiers and an unconfirmed number of Chinese soldiers dead. This intentional encroachment and escalatory tactics used by the PRC are consistent with other provocative actions its forces have taken throughout South and Southeast Asia.
Since the month of May, China has been moving its troops at several pressure points along the LAC. The skirmish which took place at the Galwan Valley between India and China is the worst escalation of violence between the two nations in almost 5 decades. Although no bullet was fired, 20 Indian soldiers were brutally beaten to death. China also admitted that it had suffered casualties, while U.S. intelligence say that 35 Chinese soldiers were killed. Beijing has not given any official count on how many soldiers it lost. The Democrat congressman from New Jersey has also said that he will work to bolster the U.S.-India ties to try and contain China. The U.S.-China ties have been on a downward spiral over contentious issues of trade and the origins of the coronavirus. The U.S. is looking for allies to contain China's expansionary belligerence and to this end is actively looking for closer ties with India.
To counter this aggression, I am glad that the House of Representatives passed an amendment I co-sponsored with Congressman Krishnamurthy that calls on China to cease its military aggression and urges immediate diplomatic action to prevent any further escalation of conflict. I will continue to work with my colleagues here in Congress to find ways to help bolster our vital relationship.